A good hunting rifle is important, but without the right scope, even the best rifle cannot perform at its full potential. In real hunting situations, animals rarely appear in perfect conditions. Light is often fading, distances can change quickly, and the shot may only be available for a few seconds. In those moments, the clarity of your optics and the reliability of your scope matter far more than extreme magnification or complicated features. In this video, we are taking a close look at some of the most capable deer hunting rifle scopes available in 2026. These optics were selected because they deliver strong performance where it truly counts, in the field. We will look at how they're built, how they handle in real hunting environments, and what kind of performance hunters can realistically expect. From simple and rugged designs to more advanced precision optics, each scope on this list offers something different for hunters who want dependable equipment when the pressure is on. If you enjoy practical firearm reviews and honest hunting gear discussions, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Alpha Gun Review so you do not miss the next review.
Number 8 on the list is the Steiner Predator 4. Specifically, we are looking at the 2.5 to 10 power configuration with a 42mm objective lens. This scope is designed for hunters who spend most of their time in thick timber, brush country, or mixed woodland terrain where shots often happen fast and at moderate distances. Instead of focusing on extreme magnification or complicated adjustments, Steiner built this optic around simplicity, durability, and fast target acquisition in real hunting situations. Under the hood, this optic uses a fixed parallax that is set at 100 yards. While some shooters believe that every hunting scope needs adjustable parallax, the reality is that removing that extra moving component can improve mechanical reliability. By fixing the parallax at the distance where many hunting shots occur, Steiner keeps the optical system perfectly aligned for common field conditions. This means the hunter can raise the rifle, find the animal in the glass quickly, and take the shot without worrying about adjusting another control while the opportunity disappears. The scope is built around a one-piece 30mm aluminum main tube that gives the optics strong structural rigidity. This solid construction helps the scope hold zero even after heavy recoil or rough handling in the field. Despite its durable build, the weight remains very manageable at around 22.7 ounces, which allows it to balance well on most hunting rifles. In the field, the glass delivers strong light transmission, producing a clear image during early morning and late evening when deer are most active. The optic also uses a second focal plane E3 illuminated reticle with multiple brightness settings. This allows the shooter to maintain a clear aiming point when hunting under dense tree cover or during fading light conditions. However, the fixed parallax does create one limitation. When pushing the scope far beyond typical hunting ranges, especially past 400 yards on smaller targets, inconsistent cheek weld can introduce noticeable reticle shift. Even with that drawback, the Steiner Predator 4 remains a dependable and practical optic that performs extremely well in the type of environments where many real-world deer hunts actually take place.
Number 7 on the list is the Leupold VX-4HD, specifically the 4 to 16 power configuration with a 50mm objective lens. This optic is designed as a versatile hunting scope that can perform well across many different environments. Whether you are hunting open fields, mixed woodland, or mountain terrain, this scope is built to handle a wide range of hunting situations without becoming overly complicated or excessively heavy. One of the most important features of this scope is the Leupold Zero-Lock 2 elevation dial system. This design gives the shooter 2 full revolutions of elevation adjustment, while also including a mechanical locking system that prevents the dial from moving accidentally. In real hunting conditions, this matters more than many people realize. When you are hiking through brush, climbing over rocks, or carrying your rifle through dense timber, it is easy for exposed dials to get bumped. The locking system helps ensure that your zero stays exactly where it should be when the moment of truth arrives. Optically, the Leupold VX-4HD performs very well in difficult light conditions. The glass pulls in available light efficiently, producing a bright and clear image during the early morning and late evening hours when deer are most active. The scope also uses the FireDot Hunter reticle system, which includes motion sensor technology. When the rifle remains still for many minutes, the illumination turns off automatically to save battery power. The moment the rifle moves again, the reticle instantly activates, so the shooter always has a visible aiming point when bringing the rifle up to the shoulder. The scope also maintains a very practical balance for a hunting rifle. It weighs about 20.8 ounces and measures roughly 13 inches in length, which helps it sit naturally on most traditional hunting setups without making the rifle feel front-heavy. However, there is one small drawback that some hunters notice right away. The push button used to activate the zero-lock system can feel quite stiff when the scope is new, and this can make it slightly difficult to operate while wearing thick winter gloves. Even with that minor inconvenience, the Leupold VX-4HD remains a dependable workhorse optic that offers strong performance and reliable mechanics for hunters who need a scope they can trust in the field.
Number 6 on the list is the Bushnell Match Pro ED, specifically the 5-30 power model with a 56mm objective lens. This optic sits in an interesting position because it blends precision shooting features with hunting capability. It is designed for shooters who may spend time both on the range and in open hunting environments where longer shots are possible. One of the most important elements of this scope is its optical system. The Bushnell Match Pro ED uses an apochromatic lens design combined with extra low dispersion glass. In simple terms, this design helps different wavelengths of light focus on the same point inside the scope. The result is a cleaner and sharper image with far less color fringing around the edges of objects. This becomes especially important when the scope is pushed to higher magnification levels, where many optics begin to lose clarity. The mechanical design also reflects its precision shooting background. The scope features exposed locking turrets that provide clear and consistent adjustments. Each movement of the turret feels precise and deliberate, which helps the shooter make accurate elevation and windage corrections when shooting at extended distances. For hunters operating in wide open country, such as prairie or high desert terrain, this level of adjustment can be very useful when engaging targets far beyond typical woodland ranges. However, the Bushnell Match Pro ED does come with a significant trade-off. The large optical system and heavy-duty mechanical components increase the overall weight of the scope. At roughly 32 ounces, this optic is noticeably heavier than many traditional hunting scopes. When mounted on a lightweight hunting rifle, the added weight can affect the rifle's balance and make long hikes through mountainous terrain more tiring for the hunter. Even with that drawback, the Bushnell Match Pro ED remains an impressive optic for shooters who want strong optical performance and precise adjustments. It may not be the best choice for a lightweight mountain rifle, but for hunters who expect longer shots in open terrain, it provides the clarity and mechanical precision needed to perform confidently at extended distances.
Number 5 on the list is the Swarovski Z5i+, specifically the 3.5 to 18 power configuration with a 50mm objective lens. This scope is designed for hunters who operate in wide and demanding environments, such as mountain terrain or large open valleys. In these areas, the distance to the target can change quickly, so a scope needs to provide both clear glass and flexible magnification without adding too much weight to the rifle. One of the most important features of the Swarovski Z5i+ is its precise turret system. The scope uses a 110 MRAD geared tracking design that allows the shooter to make accurate elevation adjustments for different distances. Instead of relying on rough estimates, the ballistic turret can be configured with specific stop points that match common shooting ranges. This allows the hunter to dial directly to a known distance and then quickly return to the original zero without confusion. Optical performance is where this scope truly stands out. Swarovski is known for producing extremely clear and bright glass, and the Swarovski Z5i+ continues that tradition. The image appears sharp across the entire field of view, even during difficult lighting conditions. In high mountain environments where the air is thin and the light can shift quickly, this level of clarity can make a real difference when identifying animals at long distances. Another advantage of the Swarovski Z5i+ is its weight. Despite its strong optical performance and advanced turret system, the scope weighs around 21 ounces. This keeps it relatively light for a scope in this magnification range and helps maintain good balance on a mountain hunting rifle. Hunters who spend long days hiking through steep terrain will appreciate equipment that does not add unnecessary weight to their setup. However, there is one clear drawback that many hunters immediately notice. The cost of this optic is significantly higher than many other scopes in the same category. In addition, the proprietary mounting systems and accessories used with some European optics can further increase the total price of the setup. Even with that financial consideration, the Swarovski Z5i Plus remains an outstanding choice for hunters who demand exceptional optical clarity and reliable long-range adjustment in challenging environments.
Number 4 on the list is the Vortex AMG, specifically the 1:10 power configuration with a 24mm objective lens. This optic is built for hunters who expect fast shooting opportunities in thick cover, where targets can appear suddenly and disappear just as quickly. Instead of focusing on long-distance magnification, this scope is designed to provide a wide field of view and rapid target acquisition at close to moderate ranges. Inside the scope, Vortex had to completely redesign the internal erector lens system in order to achieve a full 10x zoom ratio inside a compact housing. To support this complex optical movement, the entire system is built around a strong 34mm main tube made from durable alloy materials. The larger tube diameter creates more internal space for the lens assembly to move smoothly, while also increasing the structural strength of the scope when it is exposed to heavy recoil or rough field conditions. One of the biggest advantages of this optic appears when the scope is set to true 1 power. At this setting, the field of view becomes extremely wide, reaching around 116 feet at 100 yards. This allows the shooter to keep both eyes open while aiming, which makes tracking moving targets much easier. In thick brush or dense woodland, this kind of field awareness can be extremely valuable when a deer or wild hog suddenly moves across an opening. The optic is also designed to handle hard use in difficult environments. The solid construction and reinforced internal components allow the scope to absorb recoil from powerful hunting cartridges while maintaining reliable tracking and zero retention. For hunters who regularly move through heavy vegetation or uneven terrain, durability is just as important as optical clarity. However, this compact design also introduces a noticeable compromise. Because the scope body is relatively short, the eye relief is somewhat tight at around 3.3 inches. If the shooter's cheek weld is inconsistent when raising the rifle quickly, the image inside the scope can darken or produce scope shadow. This can slow down target acquisition in awkward shooting positions. Even with that limitation, the Vortex AMG remains a highly capable optic for hunters who prioritize speed, wide field of view, and rugged reliability in close-range hunting environments. Number 3 on the list is the Burris Veracity PH, specifically the 4:20 power configuration with a 50mm objective lens. This scope represents a modern approach to hunting optics by combining traditional mechanical reliability with digital technology designed to simplify long-range shooting. It is built for hunters who want the precision of ballistic data without needing to constantly calculate holdovers in the field. The most unique feature of this scope is its programmable elevation knob system. Instead of using a traditional clicking turret, the Veracity PH uses a smooth, clickless elevation dial connected to an internal digital sensor. As the shooter turns the dial, the system measures the exact movement and calculates the corresponding distance based on the ballistic profile that has been programmed into the scope. The calculated distance is then displayed directly inside the field of view through a small digital heads-up display. In practical terms, this means the shooter does not need to estimate bullet drop or memorize complex ballistic charts. Once the rifle and ammunition profile are properly entered into the system, the scope automatically provides the correct distance reference while the hunter stays focused on the target. The scope also uses a front focal plane reticle, which keeps the reticle scale consistent across different magnification levels. This allows the shooter to make accurate adjustments regardless of the zoom setting. Optically, the Burris Veracity PH provides clear glass and strong performance across its magnification range. The 50mm objective lens gathers a good amount of light, helping maintain image brightness during early morning and evening hunts. Although the scope weighs about 29 ounces, the added weight comes from the internal electronics and reinforced structure that supports the digital system. However, the advanced technology also introduces a potential weakness. In order to function properly, the scope requires connection to a smartphone application when setting up the ballistic profile. If the hunter does not prepare the system before leaving for the field, or if the phone battery dies before the setup is complete, the digital features cannot be used.
Even with that limitation, the Burris Veracity PH remains an innovative optic that offers a unique blend of mechanical precision and modern ballistic assistance for hunters who want faster decision-making during longer shots. Number 2 on the list is the Swarovski DS Gen 2, specifically the 4 to 24 power configuration with a 50mm objective lens. This optic is one of the most advanced hunting scopes available today. Instead of working only as a traditional scope, it combines high-quality optics with electronic systems that help the shooter make precise shots at longer distances. At the center of the system is a built-in laser rangefinder combined with environmental sensors. When the shooter presses the activation button, the scope measures the exact distance to the target. At the same time, it also reads information such as the shooting angle and atmospheric pressure. All of this data is processed by an internal ballistic calculator that determines the correct bullet drop for the shot. Once the calculation is complete, the scope projects a small illuminated aiming point directly onto the glass. This aiming point represents the correct holdover for the measured distance. Instead of adjusting turrets or estimating bullet drop, the hunter simply places the illuminated point on the target and fires. This system can reduce the time needed to prepare for longer shots in open terrain. The optical quality of the Swarovski DS Gen 2 is also extremely impressive. The glass is very clear and bright, allowing the hunter to see fine details even at long distances. The image remains sharp across the entire magnification range, which is important when identifying animals in large, open landscapes. However, the advanced technology also brings several trade-offs. The electronic components require a larger housing than traditional scopes. The scope uses a large 40mm main tube and weighs around 38 ounces, which can make a hunting rifle feel top-heavy. In addition, some hunting areas restrict optics that provide automated ballistic solutions. Even with those limitations, the Swarovski DS Gen 2 remains an impressive example of modern hunting technology. For hunters who want advanced ballistic assistance combined with excellent optical clarity, it offers a powerful and highly capable system for long-range hunting environments.
Number 1 on the list is the Leupold VX-5HD Gen 2, specifically the 3 to 15 power configuration with a 44mm objective lens. This scope earns the top position because it focuses on what many experienced hunters value most: reliability, strong mechanical performance, and excellent optical clarity without necessary electronic systems. At the core of this optic is a redesigned elevation system that can be adjusted without tools. The internal mechanism uses strong match-grade compression springs that keep the erector assembly firmly in place. This helps the scope maintain precise tracking when the shooter makes elevation adjustments and ensures the optic always returns to its true zero after dialing for longer shots. In practical hunting conditions, this level of mechanical reliability is extremely important. A scope that holds zero and tracks accurately can make the difference between confidence and uncertainty when preparing for a shot. The VX-5HD Gen 2 is built to handle recoil, rough handling, and changing weather conditions while still maintaining dependable performance. Optically, the scope delivers excellent clarity and strong light transmission. The image remains sharp and bright during early morning and late evening hunts when animals are most active. The magnification range from 3 to 15 power also makes the scope very versatile, allowing hunters to move between closer woodland shots and longer open terrain opportunities without needing a different optic. Another advantage of this scope is its weight and overall balance. At just over 20 ounces and about 12 inches in length, it fits naturally on most hunting rifles without making the setup feel heavy or awkward. This makes it especially suitable for hunters who spend long days hiking through mountain terrain or rough backcountry environments. For these reasons, the Leupold VX-5HD Gen 2 stands at the top of this list. It delivers the combination of rugged construction, dependable mechanics, and clear optics that serious hunters rely on when the moment of truth arrives in the field.
That is the lineup of some of the most capable deer hunting rifle scopes available in 2026. Each of these optics offers a different balance of clarity, reliability, and features depending on how and where you hunt. Some are built for fast shots in thick timber, while others are designed for precision in wide open country. Now, I want to hear from you. Which scope would you trust on your next deer hunt? And is there another object you believe deserves a place on this list? Share your thoughts in the comments so other hunters can learn from your experience. If you enjoyed this review, please like the video and subscribe to Alpha Gun Review so you do not miss the next firearm and hunting gear review.